Senior Michael Hawkins. Number 2,
ready?
Anaya.
They're going to go through all of these guys. So I can go up and just yak for a while if you want me to yak.
Junior Mitchell Denning.
Or we can wait till they get a little bit closer to kickoff.
Number 4,
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
sophomore Garrett Brewer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this STSPN broadcast of 2A Cascade Lead Soccer. The boys are on the field here at Archbishop Murphy High School. The Lakewood Cougars come in with a record of 2-4-0 in league, 2-5-1 overall, and the Archbishop Murphy Wildcats undefeated. Hello, everyone. We gain a little bit of ground here. In progress we come. It is the STSPN broadcast of 2A Cascade League Soccer, Archbishop Murphy and the Lakewood Cougars. Knocking heads here today at the home field of the Wildcats, Archbishop Murphy High School. Hi, everybody. Keith Neely with you up high in a dry booth, although obviously not so dry down on the field. You could say that the pollen count is low today at Archbishop Murphy High School. Slight rain and 52 degrees at kickoff. The Cougars come in 2-4-0 in league, 2-5-1 overall, and a team that head coach Bryce Barker says is a transitional one. a team that they're trying to kind of figure out who they really are here this season. They graduated a ton of seniors, 9 seniors last season, 8 of which were seniors. And here comes the attack now for Archbishop Murphy. Buchanan with it out on that right-hand side. Kicks it off to Batong. Batong out on the far sideline will have to go hustle it down. 9 starters, so a lot of freshmen. They sprinkle a whole host of sophomores and juniors. We'll get to all those folks as we see how they line up here and play. A 5-2-2-1 is the offense on the field for head coach Bryce Barker. So a very defensive-minded set. And this side will have to go against one that on the cross the way, the Archbishop Murphy head coach Mike Bartley in his 3rd year is employing a 4-2-3-1, a very offensive-minded side. So it'll be interesting to see how the defensive Lakewood can hold the Wildcats, who have just peppered barrage after barrage at keepers all season long. And, of course, it also helps to have in net Jeff Scavato, a senior goalkeeper for the Wildcats. Scavato, 6 clean sheets on the season and was named the Herald Player of the Week, the newspaper, the Everett Herald, and then WIAA. Well, and got the challenge and was awarded with the turnover. So rounding out the state ranking, Cedar Woolley, the Bear Cubs, also a 7-0-1 record, were 3rd place last season in the state championships. And Bellingham, they lost in the 2nd round. North Kitsap, the Vikings Cougars, will have to come back, and they are the fullbacks on the outsides. Left fullback will be Hoffman. Right fullback will be Alvarado. That one cleared. And out of play, Chrysler, one of the freshmen there on that right-hand side up the flank. He's had a couple good looks. Now we've got an attack brewing. Look out, here they come. Thode with it. He's a dangerous player. They're trying to get it to him out quickly as the keeper Denning, and he will swallow that one up and get the play started on the counterattack. There's a long boot. Here and out of play, and that will be a goal kick. So nobody really having any strong attack. The defense is shored up quite nicely on both sides. And we'll see how that builds. One thing that I've noticed in high school soccer that seems to be the sticking point, at least in the 8 to 10 matches that we've done already this season, is through the midfield. Boy, it seems like teams have really struggled this season in getting the ball through the midfield, through that engine room, and off to the races. And this game seems to be the exception. Of course, the style of offenses that are present on the field, the 5-2-2-1, the 4-2-3-1, not a lot of people in the midfield as Scavato watches that one fire off to his right, our left. So a lot more free-flowing soccer than we're used to, at least at the 3A and 4A level. And I have to say, it's a lot of fun to watch when it's scooting up the field as fast and as loose as it is. There's the pass into Williams now. Williams will give way on this left-hand side now. The attacking point to Adams. Adams now up forward to Thode. He's dangerous. Didn't quite get enough under that. Quickly taken away on the header. Nice job of defense. Good marking in the area by the Wildcats. They had everybody marked in that throw-in. And then down to the pitch goes Williams, but helped up there. And he looks like he will be able to get back into his midfield role. Archbishop Murphy, if you remember, was able to get the home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs and was in a bit of an upset. The shootout, 1-0 to Franklin Pierce. Of course, Franklin Pierce probably doesn't think that's an upset, but anybody that follows soccer certainly would feel that way. And now with second in the state, you've got something to prove here if you're the Wildcats. Chasing in now on the right-hand side. One in the area is taken away. Excellent defense and a man down now for Archbishop Murphy, they get in the area, not offside, and quickly Denning does not waste any time. That's what I like about Denning so far in the few times that I've seen him here play in this ball game. Does not have any indecision about him at all. Of course, as a keeper, you want to make sure that even if it's the wrong decision, you make it quickly and get out there to the ball. Or if you're going to stay in net, let's do that. But don't make one decision and then change it to the other. And Denning has been very sure that way so far today. He knows in that punch out that he needed to stay and keep his line. And a couple of times that we've seen him come out of net, they've been very true, sure attacks right at the forward. And they do finally. I thought that might have been a little close. It's a 5-man wall. And it looks like Henderson will shoot. No, I take that back. That is well off the top, off the foot of Batog. Powerful. Hit the upright right behind the net on this practice facility, football field / soccer pitch. And the rain continues to come down. Low 50s at kickoff today. We're glad you're dry and home and watching here on STSPN. Keith Neely with you. Glad to be a part of your afternoon, and I'm pretty happy to be dry myself up here high atop the press box. Nice little flick on a through ball, giving chase. Quickly goes McKeon for the Cougars, and it will be a corner kick just off the end line. McKeon shows that speed, a first-teamer last season in the midfield. One of 2 first-teamers for head coach Bryce Barker that return. Anaya, a fullback, wearing number 2, also a first-teamer for Lakewood. Archbishop Murphy, we'll get to that in a moment. Here's the service in the area. Danger, there's the shot. No! Over the top it goes on a one that, you know, the Wildcats would love to have back. Right onto the foot of Adams straight away. After it was misplayed the first time, it came right down into the calf, and he was able to drop it to the right-hand side of his body and give it a shot, but it was high. So what I consider 2 real attempts on goal so far to 0 on this very attack-minded side here for Archbishop Murphy. Out of the right-hand side now it goes. Adams had it for a second. Now it's Chrysler once again who's dispossessed, and now a bit of a warning. Chrysler gets a talking to on that hard play. And here comes a long shot. Taken away there and quickly by Adams, who's been all over the field so far. Adams, a junior, mostly in defense, although we've seen him running very high out of that defensive position into the attack. That's what these Wildcats do so well. Now it'll give and go. Off it goes. It'll maintain a Cougar soccer ball as Mack comes out and gets it. Going a quick throw in. Tries to find Belezzi. He's right there. Taps it forward. Trying to get it through on that right-hand side to Mack. And here comes the counter. Quickly up on it is Thode. He tries the through ball. It can't get through. A great attempt. And now comes right back out with a hustle play to try to make something happen. And that will be a Cougar side out on the near touch. Christian Thode on that last play. Of course, he's a first team All-Cascade Conference last season as a junior. A couple of guys that 1, 2, 3, all sorts of honors here for Archbishop Murphy. If I look down the Triple Crown of Cascade Soccer, you got your Offensive Player of the Year and Josh Bartley, who has graduated last season, and then Jalen Chrysler. Your Defensive Player of the Year and head coach Mike Bartley, your Coach of the Year. That's a squad. Only, of course, Mike Bartley back. You'd like to have them all back, but you got to turn them loose at some point. Now a double team and an out on the end line will be a corner kick for a little bit. Got bright eyes. And as that defense changed shape, Williams was not able to do it. Of course, a freshman playing in a starting role as we have a substitution. Chrysler goes out. Wires comes in for the Wildcats. Keaton Wires, another one of those freshmen. So freshman for freshman as Chrysler goes off. And now the long strike. And 5-6 behind the ball now for the Wildcats trying to stop this attack. Into the right-hand side it goes to Alvarado. He has a bit of move. Now a little hesitation. Given away to Eustace into the center of the area. And Lizarraga had a shot at it also, but it falls to his feet. Tackle certainly wasn't errant, probably more tactical than anything. Got down there near the area where most of the services happened for the Wildcats and had to make a decision. In this case, a tackle. Here's service low, and diving at it is Denning. He clears it with a punch, still in the room for some air. Now you're going to have to clear it. Right back out to Henderson. Henderson trying to find Thode. Can't do it. And here come the Cougars. Now long lead pass up the right-hand side. Here comes the counter. Belizzi will stay on pace but cannot control. Adams, the everywhere man, is back to dispossess. And here come, well, it's the Cougars back in defense. They'll take it away once again. A lot of change through the midfield. Of course, that's where it happens most often. But this is where we should see things make or break depending on how these offenses shift. And that will stay in play down near the far touchline. There's a errant touch, but still maintaining possession. A good pass on the lead, and that one will just go out of the outstretched foot. Now into the area, only 2 to beat, and cleared nicely. Not a lot of attacking organization so far really out of both sides, although Archbishop Murphy has had a lot more chances. They've had a lot more good looks down that right-hand side, and certainly more service into the area. A lot of them have been low. And now coming in is Randy Anaya for the Lakewood side. Institution. Quickly up on it is Lovell. Lovell, a little speedster on that left-hand side. There's a hesitation move. Almost drug down in the box. Do we get the foul? Yes. It will be a penalty kick in the box. A slight grab of the jersey was all it took. You could see how the pace changed. As Thode got into the area on that right-hand side, he was right there alongside Whitaker. And now it'll be a real test of the goalkeeper, Denning.
Penalty for the Wildcats.
Thode will take the penalty. We saw what kind of Popeye he can put on it with the right foot attack he had in the last shot he took. And here it comes. Right to the right-hand side post, about thigh high, about mid-range. And it was enough to beat the keeper, and it is 1-0 goal. Christian Thode puts another tally on the board for the Archbishop Murphy Wildcats, 1-0. And that happened in Jersey there as his counterpart was in that last Wildcat possession. now trying to move forward quickly. Up is Belezzi, who has maintained the majority of the offense through this right-hand side. And now you got to push forward just a little bit. Certainly not urgent. A lot of soccer left to be played. Another half plus 4. But you're not going to be able to play for the draw here on the Archbishop Murphy home field. There's a very easy tackle to make, and that may be a caution. Down is Whitaker. And Mack now will get a stern talking to right in front of the camera here. Easy one for us to see, and very much a tackle that you don't want to see if you're Archbishop Murphy. That was right at the shin. That's where things can, back of the shin, back of the calf there. Lavelle gives up to Thode now. A little stop, and now a punch up and over the net. And that'll be yet another corner. 30 seconds remaining in regulation. Pending stoppage time also. Official clock kept down on the field. Rich Barnett will have that. The referee today. And here's the server. Cleared right. Adams has had his shot. Buchanan has had his. Now a long counter. Quickly, Anaya got a shot at it, and it will go over the end line. They say a corner kick if it is not the end of the half. And it is a goal kick. And I believe an offsides call. Anaya just could not get. That's interesting because he was the one dribbling the soccer ball. So I have to figure out how that all went down. Nonetheless, we are at the end of the first half. 40 minutes in the books here at Archbishop Murphy High School. The hometown Wildcats have a 1-0 lead over the visiting Lakewood Cougars. And you're watching STSPN. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the final 40. Go back and watch this one if you'd like on demand on stspn.com. All the games that we have throughout the Wesco and Cascade League games that we've done right there on the homepage. You can pick and choose the ones you want to listen to. Make sure you go back and take a peek. Of course, this one, a 1-0 affair so far through 40. And it came in the 35th minute on a penalty kick, drugged down in the box. Was Christian Thode, and he comes right back with the penalty kick to make it the 1-0 score we have right now. Up until that point, a very good defensive game by Lakewood. And we'll see if they can equalize once again as McAdam into the ball game up that right-hand side, tries the attack, and it is cleared. Lakewood will get the throw in. And guess who? It's Belizzi. That's who everything is going through. That's a nice, tall, long, lanky soccer body, Belizzi. A junior. And now Thode up that left-hand side. Here's a chance, and it is a short, soft left footer into the arms of Denning. Lizarraga is certainly holding his own, but many times doubled and triple teamed over there. Anaya, he'll try the through ball and got it up high. Here's a shot if it can get down to the ground for Alvarado, and he draws a double team now as he wastes time, has to kick it right back out to Eustace, and finally cleared. It looked for a moment, had Alvarado been able to take a first wind up and kick without all the dribbling on that right-hand side, he would have had the first real shot at Scavato and keeper of the afternoon. But by the time he was able to do anything with it, and there's Scavato on a half-hearted kick into the area, the attack on mark, but underpowered. And Scavato easily there. What they want out of their soccer side. They're not predestined with any teachings of the select world. They can come in and really dictate what they want their team to be, and that's can be a luxury at times. Doesn't mean you have necessarily the most fluid, stellar athletes that have their names all about the state, but a lot of team soccer is built that way, and Lakewood is one of those sides. And the foul down in the Murphy attacking half. And Lakewood will get it back. They're really going to have to show some push forward now here in the final 30 minutes of play. We're in the 50th minute, or very near the 50th minute. I love the natural turf here at Archbishop Murphy High School. So many of the schools around the area now putting in the artificial turf, and for good reason. It certainly requires a lot less maintenance in the Pacific Northwest springtime. But something about the smell of the grass and in this case, the smell of the mud. Nothing quite like it. Archbishop Murphy now trying to put a little something together here as McAdam will come into center. Cleared once again. McAdam under it. Misses the header. Will come right back for her. Eustace. He'll take it and give it up to Belizzi. Belizzi always seems to be drawing a double team. Now, had he been on his mark there, he'd have had the ball forward. Again, midfield. Right now, Lakewood, after showing some real success at getting the ball forward in the first 2 or 3 possessions, is struggling to get through midfield now. Trying to center the ball is Lizarraga. And now giving chase Belizzi. Archbishop Murphy still only the 3 in defense. 4-2, 3-1. Starting lineup put together by head coach Mike Bartley in his 3rd year here at the helm. It's Jackson High School prior to Archbishop Murphy, and of course now that he's at Archbishop Murphy, taking on the role of boys soccer coach and girls soccer coach. It'll be his 2nd year with the girls. There's Thode with the right or with the left foot, trying to get a punch through the defense. Now a long pass that's taken away. Very urgent defense now for the Cougars. They are not really looking forward as much as they're trying to just get rid of the thing, trying to get it out of the attacking half any way they can. So the pressure but Archbishop Murphy with their attack. And it goes to Thode, up forward to Henderson. He'll have a streaking Williams right to the center it goes. Tried a little through pass. Chrysler. And that'll be a goal kick wide. But you can tell how the pressure is mounting. And the defense that has been so good and the pace seems to stop every time it gets into that Lakewood defense. It seems to be bending just a little bit now. You can sense it. And so can the crowd right behind us and below us. The home crowd of the Archbishop Murphy Wildcats. Certainly the faithful has come out, and if the weather like this, you've got to be a fan to enjoy a downpour. And there's a foul and a tackle. Eustace with the hard charge on McAdam and draws the foul, and a couple of words from the referee Barnett. One 0. Wildcats with the lead over the Cougars in the Cascade 2A affair here on STSPN. Keith Neely with you. A long punch by Thode into the area. Into the net it goes. A high service by Christian Thode, and it goes in and out of the hands of Denning. And I don't know if they'll credit the goal to Thode or if Denning will get the own goal. We'll see how they score that. It went off the hands of Denning, so I believe, I don't know if he was able to knock it down or not. I think they'll give Christian Thode. I'm going to go ahead and give him the goal. It happens with 26 minutes and change left here in regulation, and the Wildcats up 2-0. And that's the score that we had the last time these two teams met at Lakewood. Archbishop Murphy with the 2-0 will pick up the ball, and it will be Wildcats soccer ball. Christian Thode, goal in the 35th minute, and then a long 40-yarder on the right-hand side in the 54th minute, and a beauty. Put it right in, and the damage is not done yet as Denning went off to his right, then had to quickly correct and go back to his left. As it rolls over the end line, got a hand on it, and it'll be a Wildcat corner kick. Short kick, Thode with it. Here's service, far post, has one streaking in, header in, and it goes right off of Denning, still alive. And it will be a foul call, I believe, right at the 18 mark. And it will be a corner kick. McAdam goes off of that far side corner. It easily could have been 3-0 Wildcats if not Denning picked a good line on that service by Thode. Here comes the corner kick. It's short, headed away nicely, but still all but 3 in the box, 4 in the box for the Wildcats. Playing up this right-hand side and wanting the foul and getting it is number 3, Potasic. And I've got it on repeat here. Deja vu all over again. Here comes the corner kick by the Wildcats on this right-hand side. They've certainly made a living over there, although set pieces has not necessarily been where they've scored other than there's the header. That one is nearly in. A beautiful set and headed just wide to the right. Right down the middle. Potasic had a good look at it. The only man up in the air and just pushed it off to the right-hand side. And right now, Denning is working for a living back there in net. Dispossessed. Here comes another chance. 3-on-2 trying to find Thode. No, it's McAdam. He misses the shot, but running up quickly on it is Buchanan. Buchanan with a hesitation move now. And that is cleared. But once again, a Wildcat thundering offense comes knocking on the door. They're not going to miss too many times. It's all about possessions and quality possessions, of course. If you can get the majority of quality possessions in your attacking half, you're attacking third, you're going to win most ball games. And there have not been too many in the last 10 minutes. Wildcat possessions that have not resulted in a shot on goal, or at least a very quality attempt. McKeon now will put the ball back up to Hoffman, who throw it in for the Cougars, who now will going to have to make hay and push some people forward, take a few chances. Lizarraga hustling in on it. Still has possession. There's the Lizarraga once again, getting it up to Belezzi. It's good fancy footwork. Velasco had a shot and has it taken away in a double team. And here comes Thode. Took a forearm to the back, fell to the turf, wants the foul call, and will get it. Great job at keeping his eyes on the behind the play was the referee, Rich Barnett. That is exactly the call he should have made, and he did it without question. As Thode took the forearm right to the back and heads to the turf. And will set up almost the identical play that he had in the 54th minute that resulted in a goal. Already 2 today. He'll take it right to the same spot. Far post has a man running, just overshoots. And it will be Cougar soccer ball. But boy, you can tell that Thode has a nose for goal. Holy smoke. Christian Thode is senior. Midfielder, first teamer last season in the Cascade League, all-league player. Just over the midway point here in league play. After Lakewood, Kings will be here on Monday, a 6 p.m. game at Archbishop Murphy High School. That game, and talking to the film crew here for Archbishop Murphy, that one was a doozy last game at Kings. A 1-0 affair with Archbishop Murphy winning that one. However, it was a very physical game. Caution cards given out all around. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Monday night when Kings comes in. Here's Thode with that hustle move. And out of play it goes. It will remain the Wildcats soccer. After Kings, Granite Falls on the road. That one on paper should not be much of a contest. Archbishop Murphy 8-0 winners over Granite Falls at home on April 1st. Talk about high-powered offenses. Anytime he can throw up 8. He got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that will be another corner kick. Granite Falls, Cedar Crest, Coopeville, South Whidbey, and Sultan. Coopeville I want to say last season that was the team to beat. Cedar Crest was the team last season. 13-1 record last season to keep things ahead of Archbishop Murphy in the regular season standings. Archbishop Murphy ended up second in Cascade with a 12-2-0 record. Then South Whidbey, Lakewood, King, Sultan, Coopville, and Granite Falls in that order. Here's another corner kick, another beautiful ball into the 18. Had two running on the far post. That one just over the top and out of play. This season things shake up just a little bit different with Cedar Crest falling down into that third spot behind South Whidbey. Of course, Archbishop Murphy leading the league right now. Just about, like I said, midway through the regular season and a very short, compact spring season. Of course, you don't think compact when you're sitting in the rain. Playing in the rain, practicing in the rain. It probably seems as long as any season could possibly be. Another quality attack by the Wildcats. McKeon sends it clear. Trying to find Belizzi up front. He'll finally get it and try to tap a through ball up on the running Anaya, and that one run right into the keeper, Scavato. But it's going to have to be more than one running in. You're going to have to get a number of bodies forward right now if you're the Cougars and you're thinking you're going to get back into this ball game. Belizzi turns in, has a nice reverse and hesitation, but it's cleared. McAdam now with it. Onto the far side to Chrysler. Has Williams streaking up the left-hand side. He's got room. He's still got the possession. Has one man in the area. Williams with the goal. Denning, in the first time he's really had some indecision, did not know whether he should go out and challenge Williams or if he needed to stay back and take the line. Williams made him pay. 3-0. Williams, one of those prized freshmen on this Mike Bartley squad. It shows why he's in that starting lineup with a goal with 15 minutes to go. Beautiful. Goals in the 35th minute by Christian Thode. Once again, in the 54th minute, it was the senior with another strike. Now it is Chrysler who wants to get involved coming up that right-hand side. Or excuse me, that left-hand side. Trying to repeat the damage done by Williams. Henderson trying to get involved, takes it in against a double team and will not be successful as Denning with the grab. And now we'll clear it forward. So 35th minute, 54th minute by Christian Thode. And then in the 65th minute, Matt Williams with a beautiful one-on-one move on that left-hand side. Was able to stay onside for the pass and then beat a man at about the 18 mark. And then poured on the octane right to net and the near post and got the goal. Here's Thode with a challenge. Nice job of marking by the pretty much a triple team at that point in time. Thode. Right-hand side to Batog. Up to McAdam. Back to Batog. Taken there. Now McAdam has a shot. Has two running in the area. And a Cougar slips for a moment. Now a swing and a miss. Back into Williams. And the attack continues to pour on for the Wildcats. Relentless. And now McAdam has a shot, has a hesitation move. Picks it up with the right-hand foot, now falls to the deck and a good tackle by Hoffman. Hoffman did not bite on the hesitation and went right for the tackle and was successful, but it'll still be a Wildcat soccer ball here on the near side as we have a substitution. Chrysler will exit. I believe that's Lovell who will come in. And then Williams, the freshman, will also leave. And I'm still trying to find who has come in for his substitution. And I'll get it to you as soon as I can get a number here. It looks like Whitaker has come on. Whitaker, also one of those freshmen, getting some valuable experience here at the varsity level. Here's a long pass. Alvarado on that right-hand side cannot haul it in. Belizzi just turned and fired, thinking he had the forward Alvarado on the flank on that right-hand side, and he did, but behind the ball enough that was not really a threat. Scavato not really tested too much here in this contest, the keeper for Archbishop Murphy. Perhaps one or two solid shots and not really BBs by any imagination. They haven't come on with anything behind them. But nonetheless, good long, lean keeper there in between the posts, and player of the week. And deservedly so. 10th minute now, or excuse me, 10 minutes remaining. We are in the 70th minute of play here at Archbishop Murphy High School. 3-0. The Wildcats over the Cougars. A battle of cats in the Cascade League. On STSPN, we're glad you're aboard. Keith Neely with you high and dry here in the press box. One of the few. I'll take it. No complaints. Here comes that offense now once again. Changed up. That front four now has changed just a little bit with Lovell and Whitaker pushing forward. Lovell now on this right-hand side has kind of taken the space of where McAdam was and spent most of his time here in the last few minutes. And, of course, Whitaker dead center of the attack. A couple of freshmen showing why they want to be in the starting lineup and playing up front. A bit undersized. Whitaker and Lovell, not necessarily the tallest or thickest kids. They look like they're freshmen out there among juniors and seniors. It's pretty obvious, but certainly are not lacking for heart. And in the minutes that they've gotten, they've rewarded head coach Bartley with some vim and vigor off the bench. Of course, exactly what you want on out of your 18 in the starting side, and that's cleared finally by the Cougars. And right now they just look like they're trying to not necessarily push forward on counters and get an attack mounted, but rather just maintain shape and keep the damage to this 3-0 score. We'll see if they can do that. Only one man forward for the Cougars. That is Belizzi. And now a bit of a misplay will allow the Cougars to get forward a little bit. Lizarraga. And now a beautiful little kick over the top of everybody. Hoffman with a little kick and a flick. And now he'll take possession up this right or left-hand side. And finally it is taken clear, and it will get back to the Wildcats. Good bit of marking by the freshman Lovell on that play. Keep right at Hoffman, nipping at his heels. Now Hoffman will take it back. Trying to find Belizzi, who at that point in time is just behind the ball and looks like he's out of gas. Looks like he's broken his will just a little bit, and that will be a a foul call. But Lizzie had the fight up until that first goal, and after that, pulled off the gas just a little bit. But every time he gets the ball there in the center field, he's doubled, tripled, and sometimes four men marking him. You can see why he's a bit frustrated. And the normal forwards and attacking midfielders for this Cougar squad, Alvarado and Hoffman, now are dropped back into those fullback positions on the right and left-hand side. Makes it tough to get an offense started when you're the lone guy, the tip of the spear. About 7 minutes plus the extra added time and stoppage time for the ball game today. Lakewood, after they are done here tonight, will play on Friday at home versus Granite Falls. And then they've got a road trip on Tuesday up to Coopville. Make their second march through the Cascade League. Coopville, South Whidbey, Kings, Sultan, and Cedar Crest. The South Whidbey, Granite Falls, and Sultan matches are home matches for Lakewood. And there's beautiful service. Gets through everybody, through the Swiss cheese, through the defense there. And now another shot, still alive into some danger areas. Now finally clearing. Lakewood just holding on to their breath now, trying to keep it at 3-0. Belizzi running up this left-hand side, but they can't find him. Still hanging on to possession. Anaya has been there, but has not been able to really get more than a couple athletic moves, first steps, and then he's collapsed on by the Wildcats. Five minutes left now as Anaya will leave. I believe that it was Eustace that came back into the ball game for the Wildcats, who had taken a seat for a little while. Mack now with the ball. As everybody forward on the freebie, we'll see what Lakewood can make of it here. Letting it go through. Hoffman. Back over it goes. Graff. Haven't talked a lot about Graff. He had a couple of bright moments in the first half and then has been quieted. Mostly because he's had to go back and play such a role on defense and really anchor the communication in the back of this Cougar defense. There's the service in the area, right back at it. Another strike. No, that one is cleared. Lovell had a good look at it right down the center of Broadway. Still fighting for that last goal. Jacob Snyder, a freshman, has come in for the Wildcats now. And you can see what the fresh legs of the freshman can bring. 3 minutes remaining in this one. Archbishop Murphy Wildcats, number 2 ranking in the state of Washington, and they don't look to slip after this week. Cheney right ahead of them. That is a tough squad. And now a foul about 40 yards out. As we drift down into about 3 minutes to play. Blackhawks right ahead of them, even though they have a loss to their name, are still number 1 in the state. We'll see if after the win today, if we're assuming the win, the Wildcats can go over the top of the Blackhawks. What kind of pressure does that put on you when you're ranked first in the state, second in the state? I bet if you ask these kids, probably not much. Archbishop Murphy, of course, they're used to playing at such a high caliber, high level. Been in the state run. Last year, Final Four in 2012. Got to the second round in 2011, second round in 2012. Got to the Final Four in 2009. Then skipped a couple of years and then had that great shot in the state championship and ended up getting second place back in 2006. But it kind of tells you these kids are used to playing at the level they're at right now. We are inside the 2-minute mark now here at Archbishop Murphy High School. So while 2 minutes is put up on the clock, we'll start our watch here in the press box. Here's the good service into the area. Had a good clean sweep at it. And it goes clear. Good shot. Good look on the corner kick. About a swing and a miss. And that was Jesse Reed, the junior. Here comes the kick. High, and once again the Lovell's feet. Lovell off to the races, trying to get it centered and ends up doing so. Ooh, there's a bit of a collision. A couple of high sneakers getting up in their eyes, and normally if one has trouble, there's Lovell on the attack on Denning, and Denning will win that race and maintain possession. About a minute to go. 3-0 Archbishop Murphy, and it is really after the first goal in the 35th minute. It looked like we were going to head into the locker room all knotted at 0-0, but it was not to be. It was Christian Thode in that 35th minute, was able to get an easy shot, a point-blank range on the penalty kick after getting drugged down in the box. On a little bit of a pull on the jersey, it was a very easy call to make. Without question, the right call. And after that, it was pretty much all offense all the time for the Wildcats. Getting on toward stoppage time now, a final 10 seconds or so to go here in regulation. And one last final attack now for Archbishop Murphy. There's Buchanan, knocked down. Whitaker still pushing through. And now Buchanan will take a strike. It goes wide to the left. And the sophomore getting a couple of good looks at things. And now we're in stoppage time, about 30 seconds deep in stoppage time. So maybe one last final hurrah now for the Cougars. And that will do it. 3-0 the final score. Archbishop Murphy wins their 7th ball game in a row and maintain, for at least what it looks like, will be easily maintaining their number 2 ranking in the state as they head into a game against Kings at home on Monday, 6 o'clock p.m. Another game here at Archbishop Murphy High School. Let's wrap things up quickly. 3-0 was your score. Christian Thode got the penalty kick in the 35th minute, and then followed up a beautiful 40-yard kick off this right-hand side over here, right in front of us, in the 54th minute, that went off the hands of the keeper Denning and into the far post, the far net, to make it 2-0. And then it was Williams, the freshman, in the 65th minute that got a long ball up the left-hand side, was able to clear one mark and get the foot race started inside the area. A little hesitation move, and then as soon as Denning, the keeper, made his decision, it was Williams with a beautiful shot into the near post that made it 3-0 in the 65th minute, and that's where things would end. 3-0, Archbishop Murphy over Lakewood. We thanks you for being a part of our afternoon on STSPN. Make sure you watch the schedule for more Archbishop Murphy and Cascade League play And you can watch all these games again on demand. Just make sure you check out the on demand on stspn.com, and you can watch these as many times as you would like. Thanks again for everybody. Josh Elvig, of course, for being up here, manning things at the helm of the camera. And I'm Keith Neely saying so long from Archbishop Murphy High School. Again, the final, 3-0, Archbishop Murphy over Lakewood. Good night.